Hi, Gemini. Welcome to your October 2022 Astrological Forecast, and happy Halloween. And a very special thank you to my subscribers for your continued support, for liking, sharing, and commenting on my videos. And if you're new to my channel and you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe because it really helps my channel grow. Okay? And also check out the links below in the description box. There's one to my website if you would like to know what services I offer. You can also just email me. It's a lot easier that way. There's also something called Ask Me a Question, which is for those of you who only want to know maybe one or two things about your chart. And there's also a new report called Love and Money, and it's a monthly report. So, I do have to show you guys this. This is, if you can see it somewhat, this is what I look at when I'm doing your forecasts, okay? I don't have any kind of notes. All of my stuff is cold readings, okay? I'm just looking at planets in your chart. Anyways, I have to wear these well, today anyway. But all week actually, because I can't see this without these glasses. I have a lot of pressure, sinus pressure in my head, and it's affecting my vision. Okay, so please excuse the glasses. Okay, so the month starts off with Mercury finally going direct on the 2nd. Okay, in the sign of Virgo, in your 4th house where you have Virgo. Okay. So it's only in Virgo up until the 10th, so the first so many days of the month. And even after it turns direct on the 2nd, give it a few days to kick in there. But if you are having any kind of miscommunications with family members or anyone that you live with, anything regarding your home or your property, anything like that, because that's where Mercury is right now, in your 4th house of your home. And your private life, though, too. So just keep that in mind. After that, on the 10th, it does move into Libra, into your 5th house. That's where you have the sign of Libra. And the Sun and Venus are traveling together, okay? And they're both in Libra up until the 23rd. Okay, so you have these three planets, the Sun, Venus, and Mercury on the 10th, okay? In Libra, in your house of fun. Fun and entertainment of any kind. Okay, amusements of any kind. Children, anything to do with children, yours or anyone else's. Also childish things. Okay, it's the house of creativity and romance, gambling, whatever, anything that is fun. Okay, so this is your time to have fun, right? Having Mercury here, you know, does bring maybe a little bit more smoother communications in regards to your relationships, possibly if you, with a child even, or with a romantic partner, or if you are collaborating on something in a creative project, you know, something like that. A lot more smoother sailing. However, there is a full moon on the 9th in the sign of Aries in your 11th house, which is directly across from your 5th house of Libra. So Jupiter is in Aries right now. It is in retrograde motion, but your 11th house is your house of your friends and acquaintances. It is socializing in person at where you would normally go to hang out, like a club or a bar or your favorite place, you know, even if it's a restaurant or something or other. But it's any kind of organization that you belong to, and it's also social media. Okay, so full moon here it is not, I don't believe, such a big deal. I believe something may occur with one of your friends, okay, that what I feel, okay, full moon is supposed to bring an issue to the surface where it can be dealt with, okay, and done away with. So you could have some kind of maybe even an ongoing thing with an acquaintance, maybe not even a friend, or maybe an organization that you belong to. Maybe there's somebody there that I don't know, just is annoying for some reason or other. And that's like something that could happen right now. But with Jupiter being here, I'd have to say someone is going overboard in some way or other. They are acting or saying something that sounds really too good to be true, or very far-fetched. You know, they could even be trying to convince you or your friends that, they're this or that or something or other, and if that's you having to do this or feeling that you have to do this, uh, keep, if you do have to deal with someone and maybe tell even a little bit, like a little bit of a white lie, keep it little. Keep it little. Don't go overboard in any way. But it could even be in regarding a romance possibly that you're having or used to have, or some kind of creative project maybe you're involved in, maybe, I don't know, somebody's putting their 2 cents in and it's not even wanted, okay? Anyways, just keep that in mind, okay? So the Sun and Venus move together again on the 23rd into Scorpio, into your 6th house where you have Scorpio. Mercury moves here on the 29th, and there is a new moon partial solar eclipse on the 25th in Scorpio in your 6th house. So this eclipse will make this new moon, the effects of it, last longer than it normally would. So your 6th house is the kind of work that you do in the workplace, your co-workers, your work schedule. It's your house of service, also your house of health. So as far as the workplace goes, maybe you are getting a new assignment or a new schedule, or something is being done different there, new policy, different policy. If you work for someone else, if you're self-employed, you could be getting a new client even, or a new way that you have decided to do something. Excuse me, you're changing whatever way it is that you would normally do your job, okay? As far as the house of service, the same thing. House of service to me is some kind of arrangement that you make with someone that needs your help, okay, or you need their help, but it's a 50-50 thing where you both benefit. They do something for you, you do something for them. So this could be the beginning of something like that right now, and it could even be with a coworker, okay, that you make this arrangement, and it could be outside of work. Now, have nothing to do with work, except for maybe traveling together, maybe driving each other there, or maybe sharing something or other, or maybe babysitting, or whatever. Okay, so it could be the beginning of something like that. And this also being the house of your health would possibly be a time where you, really either change your diet for the better, or I would have to say, because you have Mars in your sign, in your 1st house, up until March, okay, of next year, it has given you an awful lot of energy. So usually what this does is Mars rules the muscles too, okay? I believe also with Jupiter. But they're both like, have to do with, both planets have to do with like sports figures, or, doing physical things, whatever. So I would have to think that you are physically doing something, walking, running, exercising, dancing, and that's something that you're going to continue doing. Okay, I do have to mention that Mars in your sign does retrograde on the 30th, so some things will start to slow down in your life a little bit. And usually what retrograde periods are good for is a review of the progress that you've made so far. Did whatever work out the way you thought it would? If not, then you're going to change your approach or something or other, but you're still effective, you're just not as effective. You can still do stuff, you're just maybe not implementing it just yet. You're taking steps to bring about something that you will actually do when Mars turns direct again in your sign, okay? So anyway, there are two planets that turn direct this month. Okay, the first is Pluto in Capricorn in your 8th house, which turns direct on the 8th. 8th house is other people's money and resources. It is the house of inheritance and legacies, passive money, uh, uh, death and rebirth, okay? Regeneration, starting over, the killing off of a way of life or a way of thinking, and starting new, okay? So with, this, Pluto is the natural ruler of the 8th house along with Mars, okay? This is the 8th house of Scorpio, is the natural ruler of this house, okay? So, having Pluto here for as long as it has been, and it will be moving shortly into Aquarius, there's been a lot of changes possibly in a lot of things, but I would have to say anything jointly owned with someone else, any kind of property or bank accounts or credit cards or something like that, uh, you've been stifled in some way possibly in this area when this planet turns retrograde. It's like you're not able to borrow, you're not able to take money from the bank or use the credit cards or blah blah blah. But now that this planet's turning direct, you should have access to these things again, okay? Or some kind of help that someone gives you, because the 8th house is also other people's resources, and sometimes people are also resources, not just money. Or it could be something that they have, some kind of object that you need to use, that they let you have access to, let you have use of, okay? So the other planet is Saturn in Aquarius in your 9th house, okay? It turns direct on the 23rd, so that the 9th house is the house of long distance and foreign travel, communications, contact with people from a different part of the world, different culture, different background than yours, even educational difference, different opinions. A lot of times, having Saturn here, you don't see eye to eye with a lot of people. You don't understand one another. 9th house is your house of your own philosophy and spiritual and religious beliefs. So usually this is the way you were raised, or your background is why you believe what you believe, okay? This is also having like the inability to either travel long distance or travel the way you wanted to, okay? Like if you actually do travel, especially to a foreign country, you're really possibly let down by what you find when you get there, because you always thought it would be this way or that way, and when you get there, you see that this place isn't what you thought it would be. Okay, so it's a little bit of a disappointment. Sometimes the travel that you do take is it's either boring or it's a problem in some way. There's always something doesn't go smoothly, or someone, or even having to travel with someone, or for whatever reason you're traveling, could be the reason that it's like a drag, And if you do go to a foreign country, I always say make sure you know the customs there and the laws, because you could offend someone without even knowing it, and you could also do something that's possibly illegal and end up in jail, okay? So after the 23rd, when this planet turns direct, there should be movement in this part of your life that was stalled, especially in regards to possibly a legal matter, okay? So Jupiter is in Aries, okay, and it's retrograde, it's in your 11th house, but it is falling all the way back into Pisces on the 28th, back into your 10th house, okay, where you have the sign of Pisces along with Neptune. Jupiter was here last year, so if you had some kind of opportunity in regards to your career, because 10th house is your career and your public persona and reputation, how you're known personally and professionally, okay? If you had some opportunity for a promotion or to try your hand at a completely different career, that could swing around back around at this time. And so you may get another shot at something that you were really interested in, and maybe it didn't work out, or you didn't take the opportunity, but now maybe you might, okay? Or if you were passed over for a promotion of some kind, okay, in your current position, in your current company, if you work for someone else, okay, the opportunity could come around again and you could be promoted this time, okay, while Jupiter is here. There's all kinds of really neat possibilities here. Having Jupiter in your 10th house, okay, it brings opportunities for advancement publicly in your personal life and also in your career. Okay, so the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign. Moon is in Gemini on the 13th, 14th, and 15th. The best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign. Your opposite sign is Sagittarius, and those dates are the 1st, 27th, 28th, and 29th. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, any kind of gambling or speculation, and anything to do with children is the 8th, 9th, 10th, 23rd, 24th. The best time for money is the 2nd, 3rd, 15th, 16th, 17th, 29th, 30th, and 31st. The best time for your career is the 6th, 7th, and 8th. And the best time for communication and travel is the 4th, 5th, 6th, 18th, 19th, 20th, and 31st. So, happy Halloween to you. Don't forget to check out my weekly forecast, and I will see you then. Goodbye.